Hello everybody and welcome to the GMS Magazine channel. I am Paco Garcia, your host, and today this is a very hopefully quick video about how to prepare when you go to conventions, whether you are a blogger, a vlogger, a podcaster or anybody else. What are the 10 tips to actually prepare when you go to a convention? Let's game! A few days ago, somebody from the channel Quackalope, which by the way, if you don't know about that channel yet, please do take a look because those guys are creating some really cool videos on board game and board gaming. Anyway, we were in Facebook, as we do, and they asked, how do you prepare to go to a convention? And I thought that would be a really cool topic for a video response because there's so many things that you can do, regardless of whether you are a blogger, a podcaster, or simply you just want to enjoy yourself. Getting ready for a convention is actually what can make the difference between having a good time or not having a good time. So, first thing to do always before you go to a convention, these are the things I do, by the way, before I go to conventions. Firstly, find out what type of convention it is. I know this sounds weird, but it really isn't. Conventions are as varied as the people who organize them. Sometimes there will be conventions, very small ones, just to play games in there. Sometimes there will be convention to actually try different or prototype games. There's a massive difference between going to Spiel, the UK Games Expo, Dragon Meet, one of the little local conventions in the UK, going to GenCon or GaryCon in Origins. There are very many different types of convention, and in each one of them there will be some activities that you might or might not be as interested in. Knowing will allow you to organize your time ahead of time, so you don't have to waste any time queuing or simply discovering things that, even though it might be interesting and really good fun, if you really want to squeeze all the juice of a convention, you need to know what you're going to be facing once you get there. So research before you go to a convention, lots of research. Once you know what kind of convention it's going to be, buy your tickets in advance. If the convention is large enough, if they are prepared enough and they have the system, they are likely to be able to sell you the tickets in advance, assuming there are some. Why is this a good idea? Because firstly, it will avoid some queues or lines when you get there, but also it tells the organizers, it gives us an idea of how many people are going to make it to the convention. This is important because if you're going to go to a small one, they may have a limitation on the number of people they can accommodate. They have a limited number of tickets, and if they can sell them all in advance, you're basically telling, okay, next year you need bigger premises. If you are going to go officially as a blogger or vlogger or podcaster or YouTuber and you want a press pass, ask for it in advance, as much advance as you can possibly give the organizers. Why? Very many reasons. Firstly, because they are likely to have a limited number of press passes that they give away, assuming they give some. Also, because you need to justify why you're asking for a press pass to those organizers. Send them links to articles that you have already done, to the YouTube videos that you, or whatever other platform, this is not sponsored by YouTube, so any other platform that you post your videos in or your podcasts, you need to justify yourselves to them, because let's face it, right now, nowadays, it's so easy to make a blog that anybody could be casting, hey, I'm a blogger, let me know, I want to get there for free, and in reality, not being one of them. That's been one of the concerns, many conventions for a number of years. So send them links, tell them this is me, this is what I want to do, and if you can, this is what I have done for other conventions in the past, if this is going to be the first time attending that particular one convention. So buy tickets in advance, get in touch with the organizers before you get there. This may sound obvious, but decide what you want to do before going to the convention. Just because you're a YouTuber doesn't mean that you actually have to grow as a YouTuber, and even if you are, it doesn't mean that you have to get there to work. I was there as a YouTuber in Dragon Meet a couple of weeks ago, and the reason I went was to actually reconnect with people that I haven't seen for a very long time and do some prospecting as to what's happening, so I can plan my podcasts and my interviews in the next few months. So I didn't really want to go with all the equipment or anything. I just wanted to go and research. But sometimes, you will just want to go for yourself because you need a break, because you want to explore. And in those occasions, it's just okay to take your phone and do some clips, and that's it. There is no obligation whatsoever for you to have to do an awful lot of interviews. So decide if you may want to go to play new games. You may want to go to conventions. I don't know, for instance, the ones I tend to go to, I've gone to, like the UK Games Expo and Dragon Meet, they're fantastic conventions to actually play games. GenCon is perfect to actually try new games, and so is Origins. Why is this a good idea? Because it may give you a clue as to what kind of games you want to focus for the year ahead and try new things without actually having to spend more money than the money it costs to go to the convention itself. So decide what is it exactly that you want to do, because that is going to have a repercussion on something that I will touch on later on in this video. Find out who's going to be there. Seriously, this is more important than you may think. Whether this convention is going to have just fans, or if some designer is going to be there, if anything at all, check it out. Because again, that may give you a decision-making factor on whether you want to work or not. For instance, if you're going to go to Spiel or GenCon, the likelihood is that you're going to find everybody there. So if there is somebody that usually doesn't make it anywhere else, for example, I don't know, I know that Margaret Wise doesn't really fly outside the United States, and she doesn't go to an awful lot of conventions, but she goes to GenCon. So if you know that she's going to be there, I'm saying Margaret-wise, as I could say an awful lot of people. There are people who don't make it to every convention every single year. So find out, because if that gives you the chance of actually interviewing or talking to those people who you're unlikely to be able to see again for a number of years, if ever, like it happened to me with Terry Pratchett, then go ahead, take a look at it, and decide whether you want to talk to them or not, and make some time to actually talk to them. So research who is going to be at that convention. And please make appointments. Don't just turn up and say, hi, I'm so-and-so, and I want to, interview you. Make appointments. I did that for a couple of years at Spiel, and it's painful. That was terrible of me. People who go to conventions and have a booth, they're there to work. And believe me, it's very, very hard work. So to interrupt their schedule, you might be making them miss a break or lunch or another appointment, which is not cool at all. Also, if you make your appointment, you have your slot guaranteed. More often than not, sometimes things get out of hand. It's happened, and it happens, and well, you have to be ready for that. But make appointments. That will also allow you to decide how many people you want to or can see at any given time, so you don't overpromise and underdeliver. Leave some time for the unexpected. With the unexpected, I mean that you may be seeing something that you didn't think about and want to, I need to go back to that. It doesn't matter how well you research anything, you're never going to be able to memorize everything that's happening at any convention. You just can't. It's impossible, especially if you're going to go to one of the large ones. So always make time for things that you didn't expect were going to happen. And I don't know, leave a couple of hours at the end of the day, or maybe the first hour of the morning, or give yourself, 1 hour after lunch, something like that. It doesn't have to be a very long time, but give yourself some time to discover things that you didn't expect were going to be there. This is something that offends an awful lot of people. Always carry water and mints with you. If you're going to go to any convention at all, you are going to talk whether you're playing the games, whether you are actually just chatting with people, you are going to talk a lot. When we talk an awful lot, our mouth becomes dry, we dehydrate, especially if you're also walking from one side to another of a convention. And if you're in places like GenCon or Spiel, that can be a long distance. You will become dehydrated. Eventually your stomach will get empty and your breath will stink. It just happens. And we don't notice. But people who are going to be like, 1 foot away from us, they will notice, and that is yuck. So always carry some water, keep hydrated, and have some mints with you. Not chewing gums. Please, I have done that. Well, somebody was answering a question, and it doesn't look good at all. Not chewing gums. Carry some mints with you, whatever brand you like, it doesn't matter. But always have a mint in your mouth or near it. What? So people don't smell your foul breath that you don't even notice is there. Check your equipment. This only applies evidently if you're going to go as a YouTuber, you're going to work in there. But check your equipment. It's very easy, and I know, oh my god, it's so easy to run out of memory cards. So easy. And it is so easy to run out of battery. Wow, so easy. It's just not cool at all. Also, when I say check your equipment, I don't just mean batteries and memory cards, that's the very, very basics, but also check that you're going to have coverage, Wi-Fi or 4G, 5G, whatever it is, telephone, anything at all. Check that you are going to have access to that, especially if you, like I do, rely an awful lot on having my calendar online, so I can check out and change whatever it is and add new things and take some notes on the go. It is very, very important. There's nothing worse than relying, and yes, it's happened to me. Hello, I am Mr. Experience. It's happened to me that I get into the place having no coverage and not be able to double check what times I was going to have the appointments. Now, considering that I have zero memory for several things, that made me get late to some places that it's really unprofessional and it doesn't look good at all. And with your equipment, I also mean business cards, something that I regularly forget, and it is really important. Just print some cheap, you can get 100, 250 cards printed for about $20. So get some business cards printed with your email, your website, the name, your logo, whatever it is, so people can remember you, because forgetting a business card is easy. Forgetting somebody without one, it's a given. This may sound weird. Make sure that you can live up to expectations. Seriously. Sometimes we go and we ask for review copies of games, and people will sometimes offer us review copies of games, and we do interviews and we need to have them ready. We need to be able to do the reviews, the unboxings, or the whatever. Sometimes life can get in the way, and in my case, when I haven't been able to edit quickly enough, sometimes it's taking me like 5 months to release some interviews because life got in the way. That is something that I make very, very sure doesn't happen to me anymore. And if anybody at all allows me and gives me some time to interview them, and make sure that that interview is going to be published within a month. I make templates for the videos, and I do tasks that will be automated, and I ask for help so somebody can actually help me editing videos so they can go out as quickly as possible. Set expectations. If somebody gives you a game that you're going to do the unboxing, the review, or you're going to talk about, let them know more or less where and when. Don't tell them, oh, I'm going to do it very soon. No, it's okay. You can take 3 or 4 months to do an unboxing when you have a queue of 10, 15, 20 games. It's absolutely fine. There's no need to do everything immediately, but you need to let them know. And if you tell them, I'm going to do this before Christmas to give you a hand, then you have to do that before Christmas or Easter or the summer or whenever to give them a hand. And if you tell them that you're going to do some videos, whenever it is, you have to do those videos or write those articles or publish those podcasts. That has to be done. Again, it is something that I haven't been the best at in the past, but I had to learn from my mistakes, apologize profusely to more than one publisher, and move on and gain their trust again. So make sure that you're always living up to expectations. Remember, it's way better to underpromise and overdeliver than the other way round. Once your reputation is gone, to get it back is not easy, and there is an awful lot of people out there who want that reputation that you just lost. And lastly, something that you have to do: tell everyone that you are going to be there. A convention is only as successful as the number of people who go to that convention. If you bang up people, and because you're going to be there, because you are excited and you really feel good about going to those places, some people may join you. That may, tip the balance for some people to actually decide to invest the money in going. And a convention with 500 people, it's cool. A convention with 700 people, that's way cooler. A convention with 50,000 people is amazing. A convention with 70,000 people, that is unbelievable. So that can make a difference. So tell everyone that you're going to be there. Tell everyone why you're going to be there. What are you excited about? What is it that really tickles your fancy? And once you get to the convention, keep telling everybody that you're there, because not everybody will be able to make it. And for some of us who live on the other side of the Atlantic, to be able to live through the eyes, the tweets, the Facebook posts, the whatever, the videos of somebody like you who can attend those conventions, that really can make our day. It's wonderful to see you having a good time at a convention. So show it, tell us, tell everybody. I'm sure I've missed an awful lot of things, and I would like you, please leave me some comments down there as to what else do you do before you go to the convention. How do you prep to go to the convention, whether you're going to work or whether you're going as an attendee just to have fun. It'd be great to find out. Thank you very much for your comment. Thank you very much for subscribing to the channel if you haven't done so yet. And I very much look forward to hearing from you and talking to you very soon. Take care.